Commercial Corner. This is Jeff, and I have James Bushman with me today. And today's going to be a little fun, I think, because we're going to talk a little bit about Lee's 1.0 versus Lee's 2.0, as we both have seen some pretty incredible changes here at Lee's. And some of you will recognize James from his spot on our TV commercials and radio commercials and print media, billboards, etc. He's kind of been a bit of a mascot for us, and it's been a lot of fun. So, James, welcome to the podcast this morning.
Glad to be here. I was thrilled to be asked to do this.
Yeah.
I know we have a lot of conversations about work and the things that are going on, and I love to share that sort of thing with the people that listen to us.
So we'll get into the history a little bit. We got a lot of fun things we can talk about, but first thing I want to do is I want to have James tell us how he came to be a Lee's employee and what he was doing for us when he got here and what he's doing now. James, you want to share a little bit?
Just about 8 years ago, I had finished going through training for HVAC and got hired on at Lee's, started as a commercial tech. And then 3 years ago, I was asked to step in the role of asset coordinator. I take care of, oversee the vehicles, the ordering of tools, ladders, anything that the techs might need. I take care of ordering things for the office supplies. I kind of oversee a lot of different things. I help people to do the job they need to do so that we can take care of our customers.
So James, as we both know, obviously this place is a rapidly changing place.
Absolutely.
I would like to just kind of put you on the spot and have you go back a little bit and tell me about something you think would be interesting to our viewers that has changed from how it was then to how it is now.
Well, when I started here, we were still fairly small. And in the almost 8 years that I've been here, we have grown exponentially. And about 4 years ago, we rebranded and changed the look of Lee's. And people I talk to say, I see your trucks everywhere.
Yeah.
And the people out there know who we are. And that's directly related to our marketing. We have an absolutely amazing marketing person in Josue.
Yes.
He's an amazing person, does such a good job on our marketing. And I give him a lot of credit for the fact that people know who we are.
You know, I'll jump in really quick. So it's pretty interesting. I've actually had a couple of people, it's happened more than once, where I was challenged by one of those people that it wasn't right for us to bring an actor in and portray an employee. And so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on here and say James is truly an employee first and a marketing personality second, which is great because it really speaks to Lee's Air using our people from the bottom up, meaning that we hire from within. There's opportunity to grow here at this company. You know, there are a lot of businesses out there. You go to work as employee A and then you retire as employee A. There are very few people here at Lee's Air, James, wouldn't you agree, that finish where they started?
Absolutely.
Just an amazing opportunity to grow in your position. I would say most of us that have been here as long as you've been are doing something different than when they first started here.
Absolutely. And one of the things when I started here that Tom impressed upon all of us is that he wanted us to have the knowledge to run a business so that if we chose to step away from Lee's Air and start our own business, that we had the training to do that.
Yeah.
And training is something that this company, that Lee's Air, is very adamant about. They will help you get the knowledge, get training. If you have something you want to go to school for that's related to the industry, they will help you with that because he wants people to succeed.
Right. I remember as we're, being 100 years old and a dinosaur in the industry. I've watched this company evolve from we could all fit on at one table for dinner
Yeah.
to where I heard you heard you say something yesterday to the effect of, and we're going to get into that in a little bit,
Okay.
James. But I heard you mention that right now there's 130 vehicles here at Lee's. That's pretty incredible, and that kind of speaks to that. And I hear it too.
Yeah.
I see you guys everywhere, and we literally are everywhere. And
Yes.
occasionally on my social media, I'll do a screenshot of the midday, and it shows we have people everywhere
Yes, we do.
in the Central Valley, and that speaks to our ability to one of the things we've always done here at Lee's Air was take care of customers quickly.
Yes.
So that when in order to do that, we need James, and I'm gonna have him go into it a little bit in a minute. We need James and his team to be able to do the amazing things they do to keep our trucks rolling. There's not a bunch of broken down trucks here.
No.
They're all out there in the field helping customers. And so, James, I want you to just take a minute and tell me a little bit about. You did mention that you used to be out in the field, and we
Yes.
brought you inside. And tell me about the role that you're in and how it's evolved and how it benefits our customers, but also benefits us as employees. Because I can't think of a day in the last 5 years that I haven't came to you for something that I need to help me. So that means there's another 100 plus people that are coming to you as well.
Absolutely.
So give me a little background on exactly what you do here at Lee's Air.
Well, I make sure that the vehicles are ready to go, that they have the things on them that they need. If the guys are having issues with their vehicle, I get it to the shop, we get it fixed quickly and get it done right. We have multiple shops that we use here in the valley that take care of us, and the ones we use have the same sort of ideology that we do. We've got to get it done right. We've got to get it done right the first time. And at the end of the day, if we can't take care of our customers, they're going to go somewhere that will take care of them. And that's what my goal is, whether it's a guy calling me in the morning says, "Hey, my battery's dead. I need a jump start." And I jump in my truck, drive to him, get it started so he can get going and get his day going so that he can get to his customers and take care of them.
Yeah.
I do all sorts of things like that. If it means taking a van to a guy because his is broke down on the side of the road, I drop off a van, and then I wait for the tow truck so that he can keep going. You know, that's the sort of thing that I do myself. The people that work with me, we have an amazing warehouse team that helps me with a lot of these
Yeah.
things. And I can't say enough about Caesar and his
Sure.
team in the warehouse helping me get things done.
Yeah, I'll have Caesar on here soon.
That would
But
be good. Yeah.
yeah. So I think it'd be a miss for me not to point out the fact that at Lee's we've grown. We've brought multiple smaller companies are now part
Yes.
of Lee's. Some names, a lot of names people have known forever. Mitchell Air, been around for 75 years. They're now part of Lee's Air. Vern's
Plumbing.
Plumbing, Martha Doll Heating and Cooling, A&P, Comfort Now. And in that process, there is a lot of work to do to take a different brand and integrate it people wise and all of the work that needs to be done there, but also from the field aspect. So, James, take a minute and kind of explain to me what you mentioned a little while ago, our rebranding that we did 4 years ago. Was it now?
I think it's been 4
So
years.
we rebranded, but we also grew so quickly that we moved into another location almost
Yes.
simultaneously. So, tell me a little bit about this robust rebranding program that we did, because I believe we wrapped well over 100 vehicles.
Yes, yes. And, like with Comfort Now, when we took over and partnered with them and then brought them into the Lee's Air uh, body, uh, they had about 15, 20 vehicles that we had to rewrap. And the company we used was great. They spot on, hey, this one's done, bring us another one.
Mhm.
And we just in a month's time we had all our vehicles rewrapped so that the Lee's logo was on all the vehicles going to customers'
Yeah.
houses. We're currently, as we've taken on the roofing portion of this, we've had to have a few vehicles changed a bit so that it's got the roofing emblems on it.
Moving forward. That's
Yeah,
what, yeah.
yeah, and the roofing license number. We always have to be very aware that we follow the regulations to make sure that we have the proper identification on our vehicles.
Yeah. It's good stuff. So, so DMV, all of that, that's you.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and putting, we, if you out there in the viewing audience, if you haven't driven by our facility before, I welcome you to do that. It's pretty impressive to see the fleet out there, and pretty proud of it.
Yes.
It's being in the industry forever, like me. It's very, if you drive a red car, you notice all. If you drive a red Jeep, you notice all the red Jeeps. So when you're in the air conditioning business, which is the mothership of our business,
Yeah.
you notice all the other companies, and the mindset behind the rebranding that Tom had. We were the first to do it. Many have followed us since then, and that's typically the case. We lead first, then other
Yes.
companies follow our lead. But there's the typical air conditioning truck here in the Central Valley is a white truck with some sort of a red and blue logo. Red for
Absolutely.
heat, blue for cooling, and it works. And they're still out there. But when they're driving down the freeway and you see one coming, I know who they are because I look for them, but most
Yeah.
people don't.
Yeah.
But what I hear now is, oh yeah, I can see your trucks coming and going.
Absolutely.
I regularly, when I drive into a neighborhood to go visit a customer, to go talk to someone for whatever reason, it's not uncommon for me to pass 2 or 3 trucks on the way and
Yep.
see one, sometimes 2 in the same neighborhood.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that speaks to Lee's Air's capacity to help people. And you've heard me say it a million times. I'll say it again. And we're not in the air conditioning business here. We're not in the heating, plumbing, roofing business. James, we're in the people business.
Absolutely.
We just happen to be good at those other things. And as we've grown and exponentially, one of the things that's never changed is how quickly we get to customers' houses and how important it is to help people. And I love that. It gives me the energy to get up every morning
Yes.
and come do this because I have an opportunity today, and
Yes.
as well as you, to affect other people's lives. People that work here,
Mm-hmm.
as well as our customers out there. And a lot of our customers have been with us since the very beginning, and they stay with
Yes.
us because of our commitment to them. And
And for you on the commercial side, our commercial customers know that if they call with a problem, we've got someone on the way.
Yeah.
And we've worked very hard to get to the point where if someone calls, we have someone out there as quick as possible. I know on install, we've got it now to where from the time the job is sold to the time they start pulling the unit out is hours.
yeah,
It's not okay, yeah, we'll get there next Friday. It's okay, yeah, let's move forward with this. We'll have a crew out here in 2 hours to start pulling the old unit out. Sometimes we have the whole job done in a day's time.
yeah. One of the great things about working here is we talked earlier about opportunity to advance.
Yes,
But we got a bunch of people here that love being here.
absolutely.
And that is and I do know where you worked at before, and I'll leave that alone for
Yeah.
now. But it was a very large company.
It was.
And we've had lots of opportunity to talk about it, and
Yeah.
you kind of felt like a number there.
You did.
And
you did.
and when if you don't mind me saying so, when you ended there, it was a bit abrupt,
Yes.
it was and I take pride on the fact that an interesting thing about Lee's Air and Commercial Corner, if you will, is that there are very few people terminated from here.
Yes.
But there are a lot of people that leave because they weed themselves out because of the high level of expertise and customer quality that we demand and expect
Absolutely.
doesn't exist at a lot of other companies that they were at before, and they come in and realize the expectations, and they go, I think I need to go work someplace
Yeah.
easier.
We've
And
also had people that have had opportunities to go elsewhere and they get to other places and 5, 6 months down the road, they come back. Says, yeah, that didn't really work out. Can
yeah,
I come back?
I got one of those phone calls yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that makes me happy, and I like the fact that we usually leave, with the bridge not burned. And
Absolutely.
we have had a lot of people go and try other things, and Tom welcomes it. Like you said,
Yes.
he wants everybody to succeed. I can think of at least a half a dozen people that have outgrown their spot here,
Yes.
and Tom has literally helped them to get their own license and
Yes, he has.
go out and help the community. I know that one of as we've grown as well, one of the greatest things, and Tom and I have spoke about this, is watching a guy purchase his first home,
Yes.
put his roots in, and become a pillar of the community, and representing us at the same time is such
Yes.
a blessing.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
that is I'll talk about this a little bit, but one of the things that a lot of people don't know, that Tom, the owner of our company, is a bit of a mathematical savant.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
it's well known here, but we it's not uncommon for Tom to come in and take a full day and talk finances and teach
Yes.
everyone to understand how money works.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that he recognizes that a lot of people didn't get the opportunity to learn that in school or
Correct.
growing up in their family. So,
Yeah.
I mean, personally speaking, from my not going too far off in the weeds, he's really helped me to understand
Yeah.
how to use money as a tool, and I'm pretty happy about that. So, shifting back to James. By the way, he has a couple of nicknames here, if you don't mind me sharing. I personally call him Figs,
Yeah.
because
Well,
he grew up on a fig ranch
yeah.
and used to bring figs into all of us all the time, and that was fun. And now he's adopted a new nickname, Pancakes. And he'll if you see him on the streets or in the grocery store, he'll probably have a signed picture for you.
Yep.
That I see him regularly pass out. But James, tell me, we talked a little bit about 1.0, where we used to
Hmm.
be, 2.0, where we're at now. Where do you see Lee's Air in a couple of years from now?
I see us even larger than we are. I see, as we're moving forward, the industry is changing.
Absolutely.
Um, when I started here, R22 was refrigerant, R410A was the new guy on the block. Now we're transferring to these A2L refrigerants. We're having to retrain, recertify our techs for these new refrigerants. As things change, we've got to grow and adapt with it, because if we don't grow and adapt, we get left in the dust. And that's not what we're about. So I see us moving forward, growing, being even more of a presence here in the Central Valley than we are now.
Yeah, I do
Being
too.
able to expand even further north and south to other cities that are just outside of our reach right now. I see us growing to the point where uh, I would say from Bakersfield to Sacramento, we're going to be a major presence.
Yeah, and I was going to jump in earlier and say this, but I'll just do it now. We have moved into the Sacramento market, and there is Lee's Air Sacramento now, and we have moved into the Visalia market as well, as we look to take care of customers at a more, well, for lack of a better word, global basis. So
Yeah,
a lot of customers that we have that live here have businesses in other towns in different areas, and we've got several companies that we take care of multiple locations. So we have to have the ability to scale up and have
absolutely.
people in other places. So James not only takes care of the large amount of work here, but he also leads and facilitates a lot of the logistics in our Sacramento area, as well as we also have a Visalia office
Yes,
now as well. So it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of
it
work.
is. It is.
And sometimes when my needs are not a real patient guy.
No, no, that's
So when I have a need, I go marching into his office and I don't realize that he already has 7 needs ahead of me. And I kind of bull my way in, but it's
and I accept it very well all the
yeah.
time, don't I?
No, not all the time, but you do accept it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very important to us that one of the things that I'm going to say here I'm incredibly proud of is Lee's Air pulls permits on everything.
Yes,
Lee's Air follows all the rules as far as refrigerant goes, and
absolutely.
we have an in-house proctor master trainer
Yes, we
that's
do.
doing those trainings you're talking
Yes,
about. So I see guys in our training room going through the training process and testing process all the time, which is great. But also, keeping all of these vehicles licensed,
mm,
insured, tagged. We have systems in place where we know where all the vehicles are at all times,
yes,
and that really is a huge tool to help us not send somebody from this side of town to this side of town back to this side of town
yes,
again. We
exactly.
can use the software now to say, well, Mrs. Jones needs us now, and she's a half a mile away from this tech.
Yeah,
We're going to send him, and all of that is a lot of work, to make sure that all of the vehicles have everything that we need in them. And now that we're in such a litigious time in
yes,
California, I do know that you have added cameras
yes,
to where we have front and rear cameras now to where we're able to keep an eye on things, and knowing where people are is a huge tool
it is. It is.
to help because ultimately at the end of the day it's about taking care of people
Yeah,
and serving people, and there's a ton of infrastructure and things that go on behind the scenes in order for us to have that van driving down 41
yes,
headed to Mrs. Jones's house.
yes.
And I want to thank you for that, and I want
Well,
to help me shine a spotlight on
yeah.
what it is that we have to do.
And I enjoy my job. I enjoy coming in here. The people I work with, um, yeah, there's days where it's stressful. That's typical. But at the end of the day, I feel good about what I do. We have fun here. We're able to laugh and joke and have a good time, but we work our tail ends off
Yes.
to take care of our customers. And at the end of the day, that's what matters most is taking care of our customers. And, whether it's as simple as replacing a capacitor or replacing a whole unit, we want to make sure that we do it right and take care of our customer so that they're happy, they're comfortable in their home, because nobody likes sitting in a home that's 95 degrees on a hot summer day and being miserable. They want to be comfortable. And our main goal is to make sure that the people of this valley are comfortable in their home.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting because I hear it all the time. Competitors have talked to customers, etc., that Lee's Air is not local. That's why they've gotten so big, and it's
Hmm.
amazing because we literally are that same company, and we've
Yes.
just added layers, and added layers. Same ownership, same core. We have quite a few guys that have been here since back when we were at our other shop
Yes.
on the other side of town that we outgrew, which is now a training center.
Yes.
And it's pretty amazing that throughout all of that we haven't lost our vision
Yeah.
of taking
And
care of people.
and that's another thing that I give Tom credit for is, some people they jump out and they dive in real deep, and then all of a sudden they find themselves in trouble. Tom has grown little by little, very strategically in how he's done things so that we don't get ourselves into a situation where we've grown too fast, too quickly, and then have trouble. Everything he does is strategic,
Yeah, I agree.
and he's done it in a manner to where we're able to keep up and keep moving forward as we grow.
Yeah. So you mentioned Josue earlier, our marketing genius here. I remember this is kind of going back to 1.0 again.
Yeah,
I remember at one point, when I started here, we were called Lee's Accutech Service,
correct.
and it's changed a lot since then. But I remember saying, if I took a clipboard and went down to the mall at Fashion Fair and asked 100 people whose Lee's Accutech service
Yeah,
was, we would have gotten a pretty low number because
yeah,
we were all commercial. We weren't really doing any print media, no
yeah.
commercials. It was a smaller company. But I feel like now, if I was to send you down there, James, with a clipboard and and ask 100 people as they went by, I feel like the number would be,
Yeah.
gosh, maybe even 90%.
Yeah.
And
Um,
that attributes to a lot of hard work and and dedication by our team to establish that presence, that
yes.
market share here in Fresno,
Our,
Clovis
our,
area.
our media presence is very big. There's not many times I can't, whether it's in a store, a restaurant, someplace like that, somebody, hey, you're the guy in the commercials, or
Yeah,
you're the guy on the billboards. And, it, first off, it makes me be a better person because I know that people recognize me. And so it makes me be aware of how I act in
sure,
public and make sure, that I'm, you know, putting the right light on Lee's Air. Because, if people see someone acting badly in public and they know where that person works, then it's, oh, why would I want to look at how this person
sure.
acts? And so it, it makes me be a better person. And I enjoy it.
Yeah,
I
representing the company.
I do.
Thank you for representing me.
Yeah, yeah. When someone recognizes me, I do the best I can to be a good ambassador for Lee's Air.
Yeah. It reminds me of the first, and I've gotten this call at least a dozen times. But the first time I got a call from one of my friends, frantically, Jeff, I needed to call and tell you, I saw your billboard. It was upside down, and I just wanted to let you know that they really messed up.
Yeah,
And my response
yeah.
was, "Thank you, I appreciate that. I want to ask you a question. What other billboards do you remember seeing today?" And I got a pause on the phone. None. Okay. Well, then it worked.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we've had our billboard campaign has been pretty tremendous. We've had some really funny ones, some
Yes.
really innovative ones that made you think. But it speaks back to it's literally in our company logo is to have fun,
Yeah.
and our billboards are fun,
Yes, they are.
and people enjoy them. And I think we've even this year had another one that was upside down again,
Yes, we
and
did.
I did get more calls.
Yeah.
So
And one of the things that uh, with our marketing is that we want it to be something that people will remember. And like with the upside down billboard, you know, it sticks in people's head.
sure,
And that's, there are those that, you know, we have those that don't like our advertising, and that's fine. But it's still, even if they don't like the billboards, it's in their head. They know who we are.
yeah,
And,
and then we're on our way.
even if they don't care for our marketing, if we can take care of them as a customer, we will gladly do it with a smile on our face.
Sure. Okay. Well, thanks, James. Man,
Hey,
I'm excited to have you on here with me this
I
morning.
enjoyed it. I appreciate you asking me to be part of this. As always, I want to promote Lee's uh, because I believe this is a great company to work for. I enjoy working here. The people I work with are great. Uh, I do what I do to make sure that everybody here can do the job they do. And, yeah, I'm behind the camera on the billboards, but at the end of the day, I'm behind the scenes doing the things that need to be done so the people that work here can do the things they need to do to take care of our customers.
Right. And I will say that on all of our commercials, everyone that are in them are people that work here.
Absolutely.
And it was interesting to me to hear that people thought you were an actor.
Yeah,
And-
I didn't think I was that good at it, but
Well, thanks a lot for coming on
not
this
a
morning,
problem.
and I'd like to have you back someday soon.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Anytime you want.
Great. Well, this has been Lee's Commercial Corner, and today we really didn't talk commercial that much, but again, we have a full service commercial department here, and if you have a business out there that you would like to get this type of service from, don't hesitate to call us or look us up on our website. And I want to wish you all a great day today. Thank you.